Hi, I'm Jenny from the Missouri Star Quilt Company. Today I want to talk to you about a quick, awesome, easy project, the layer cake quilt. When a designer designs a line of fabric, there's about 40 fabrics in that line, and what they do is they put them together in these packets called layer cakes. They're cut into a 10-inch square, and each layer cake has about 2 3/4 yards of fabric in it, and so one will make a twin, and two, well, you're getting into the queen size range there, so they get really big really fast, and they're so simple. Let's take a look at this quilt behind me. This quilt is made using Circa fabric by Jennifer Paginelli for Westminster, and it's just beautiful. And basically all you're doing is sewing squares together. So what you're going to want to do is open up your layer cake, and you're just going to lay it all out first. Layer cakes are generally, they'll have lights and darks in them, so you want to make sure that you have all those, a good mix of those, so you don't have all your darks in one side and all your lights, you know, they're just mixed up. You don't have any two that are the same next to each other, and you're going to lay out your rows. So if you have one layer cake, that's 42 squares, that equals 6 squares across the top and 7 squares down the side, or 7 rows. So then you're just going to lay it out and you're going to start sewing together. So what we're going to do to sew them together is we're just going to put 2 squares right sides together, and we're going to sew 1/4 inch seams. Everything in quilting is done with 1/4 inch. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. We'll head over here to the sewing machine, and we just sew straight down the one side 1/4 inch. And just so you know, on the 1/4 inch, everybody's 1/4 inch is a little bit different. It's kind of like a fingerprint. That's why you start a project on one machine and finish it on one machine, and it's also why if your friend helps you sew blocks, they'll probably be a little different size because everyone's 1/4 inch is just a little different. So we're going to set this seam, and we're going to roll back our 2 blocks so you have a nice flat seam, and you're going to do that all the way along for a top row and a second row and so on until you finish your quilt. Now this small border here is a 2.5 inch strip, and it's going to take about 3/4 yard for that. This outer border is an 8-inch strip, and you can see that I have scalloped the edge of this. So for this outer border, you're going to need about 2 yards. And if you want to scallop it, I used the Scallop and Vines ruler, the Eleanor Scallop and Vines ruler. I love that one. And it's very good directions in it and real easy to use. And we have a tutorial on that too. But if you just want to leave it straight, darling, absolutely darling. If you use a layer cake that is mostly kind of manly fabrics, it's a perfect quilt for a man. And I mean, every single one, baby fabrics, baby quilt, it just goes together quick and easy. They're great for gifts. Anytime you need a quick quilt. So if you're a beginner, this is perfect for you, and if you're a novice and you just need something fast, this is also the perfect quilt for you. So we hope you enjoyed this tutorial on the layer cake quilt from the Missouri Star Quilt Company.